Yakubu. They played back his own audio tape. He listened to it and yet told them to go to court. Kenneth Okonkwo. Former member of the Labour Party Kenneth Okonkwo has referenced the accountability of the JAMB registrar, Professor Isha Koloyede, while condemning the Inec chairman, Mahmood Yakubu. Accountability of JAMB registrar. Which accountability? Is acting drama for you people now. See what those children are going through. Some of them went to write their exam on Friday, or on Saturday. They were still unable to sit for the exam in Imo State. Some people travel from Anambra to Imo State. They've been kidnapped. They can't find them. I don't understand what is going on. This thing is propaganda to me. It's propaganda for the Southeast people because it doesn't make any sense. Those people passed their exams really well last year. Now they are saying they're what's it called? Malpractice. That is why those children, they failed woefully. It's a lie. Meanwhile, it was our system that had issue. That means something is fishy. Okay, the system had issues. Why can't you say, okay, we'll give it some time, probably like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, let them be prepared for the exams and let them come and rewrite it. Or probably that you are going to remark their script or something. You didn't do that. You cried on Wednesday, on Thursday. You said they should come and write the exam on Friday. Still, things were not in place. A man was narrating that he has to take the child, he has to go and board a cab, paid almost 10,000 naira to take the child to the center where they gave the child, and he left. But the child later, they changed his center to another place. When the child ran there to go and do the exam, they said, "Oh, exam has finished for 6:30." What is that? Are they frustrated to somebody's children? They are saying he took accountability. No, he was acting drama. The cry is rubbish. Step down. Go away. They should sack him. They should sack the Minister of Education because it's rubbish that they are doing. Are you frustrating small children like that? What is it? Speaking in an interview with Channels TV on Friday, he appreciated the move by JAMB registrar. Now, isn't that they use a catch and be that? You are appreciating his move. Something that I know that it is Nollywood drama that they are doing for you people. Let's act. I'll cry. Don't worry. I'll cry. How many minutes? I'm going to cry. You have believed him. I beg, that man does not know anything that he's doing. He's just there, four-figure table. They need to remove him. See what those children are going through. 15 students now, they are looking for them in Anambra State. He say you appreciate what? Appreciate Guinea. Oh, you appreciate the move by JAMB registrar to own up to the mistake of his institution, which led to several altered results of past candidates. Kenneth Okonkwo claimed that Professor Oluyede listened to the petition on the matter, conducted a proper investigation, confirmed the mistake they made, tendered a proper apology, and also provided a solution to effectively address the issue. Well, they did not effectively address it, because some of the students still had issues, and it was even worse. Imagine changing center in how many minutes, in how many hours. You gave this person this center, and then you changed it to Avanekuku. These people are small children now. 15, 16 years old. Are you stressing them? Why? It's almost as if they purposely did that thing in the Southeast. Because yes, we know that those students, they were passing exam very well. They are not trying to act as if, it was because they did exam malpractice. That is why their result was that high. That is the narrative they were trying to paint. Not knowing that it was their system that had it. It's not as if they didn't even know. They know. It's almost looking as if they deliberately tampered with the system. That's what it's looking like right now. Because what exactly is the issue? Why? Why would you put somebody living in Anambra State to Imo State to go and write JAMB? What is wrong with us in this country? He did not take responsibility. He's acting drama. The man is vexing me right now because he needs to step down. They need to sack him. They really need to sack him. Okonkwo pointed out clearly that this incident was quite similar to what happened during the last presidential election. But unfortunately, Mahmood Yakubu was not as accountable as Isha Koloyede. If you want him to be accountable, she been at that one. Don't worry, probably in the next election, he will do that for you. He will come and cry. And at the end of the day, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. Ishaq taking responsibility, what has happened? Nothing. Now they are going to reschedule the exam for the children again. Why? Why? Well, this country tired person. He said, but unfortunately, Mahmoud Yakubu was not accountable as Ishaq Oloyede. He recalled that Inec admitted to experiencing a glitch in the system during the collation process, but his chairman still went ahead to announce the results, while telling the opposition parties to go to court for a resolution. So now, good court though. His words, he said they reminded Oloyede the JAMB registrar. People petitioned. They listened to them, investigated it, and said they were correct. People petitioned Yakubu, the opposition on that day he was declaring that result, and they played back his own audio tape. He listened to it. Yes, he continued and told them to go to court. That's the difference between being honorable and dishonorable. Okay, all of them is not honorable to Misha. None of them is honorable. Professor Ishaq Oloyede is not honorable. It's just wicked. And you have your own children. You have your own children. Aladima Oyinsara says, Inec boy, Mahmoud Yakubu knew there was nothing like technical glitch, but because he's dull and lacked intellectual prowess, he heard somebody mention that word server glitch. He quickly used it ignorantly, thinking that Nigerians would ask questions, and because he cannot defend it, he has no option than to ask aggrieved parties to go to court, where arrangements have been made by his principal to thwart the case dead on arrival. Notwithstanding, Kama is at work, and it will strike when due. I can't wait for you to strike. I cannot wait for you to strike. Solomon Madri says, which is very wrong of Mahmoud, and his generation will be wiped out from the surface of the earth. Which generation do you? Greg Nzeneri says, the obvious difference is that the JAMB registrar was not bribed or corrupt. People can believe anything. Because he cried. Yeah, I beg. But the Inec chairman was seriously under some heavy bribery influence, and as such is dead corrupt. And so, at the right time for face, say person corrupt. Odona says, my take on Yakubu, please, sir, whatever temptation will lead you to come later in years, to come to blab nonsense concerning the election of 2023, please avoid it. If you not avoid it, now you should come and talk, so that he will hear the story of his life. Chisembe said, Mahmoud knows he's guilty over the 2023 presidential election. Of course, he knows what he did. Arinze says, Yakubu is a man that sold the country with a porridge of yam. I think he was one of the most critical institutions that should be handled by an honest individual, but unfortunately, they are all fraudsters. No be small. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Bye.